Hello, and thank you for pressing play. Welcome to A Beer with Bear or Any Other Beverage. This is episode 65, and our guest for this week, we have the Vectors. Alright, so George, Frank, and myself had the pleasure of sitting down and having a talk with Zeke, the vocalist, and Gretsch, who is the upright bass player. Gretsch described their sound as 80s influenced rockabilly as both flashy and minimalistic, which I found to be a great description. They have such a catchy sound, very clean, along with a really cool logo. Zeke, the singer, is quite the storyteller and a talker, which made my job very easy. It also didn't hurt that we had a lot of common interest. And yes, the accent is real. He also has a knowledge of vintage clothing, history, and collecting. We got to hear his experience growing up in the old New York hardcore scene, how the Vectors were formed, other projects both members have, and much, much more. Beer with Bear is available where podcasts are heard. iTunes, Stitcher, Podcast Republic, to name a few, Libsyn, and SoundCloud.com. If you like what you hear, please be sure to tell a friend. If not, tell someone you hate. Ruin their lives. You can support the show as well as artists who come on by hitting subscribe, leaving a rating, and writing something nice in the comments section. It only takes a minute, and it really helps us out in the rankings. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram under Beer with Bear Pod, and Twitter at Beer with Bear. There you'll find pictures, updates for upcoming episodes, as well as best way to contact us. Say you're an artist, or maybe just a listener who has a question for us. Don't be shy. We'd love to hear from you. Theme music by Chris Helking, graphic design by Jeremy Fletcher, mixing and post-production by Ryan Miles. Thank you very much and enjoy. Hold on. Okay, that's just background noise. Oh, that's your jacket.
You're gonna get his jacket?
Yeah, that's your jacket. That's the leather.
Should I take the jacket off?
No, leave it on. Whoa, you could. I just feel kind of weird having you two on the couch with the camera on you. I'm not suggesting you take anything off, but if you want to, you're more than welcome to.
If it's making a lot of noise, you know.
Yeah, that's why I usually tell my dates. It's making a lot of noise. Let's get it off.
That's what's up. That's how you get that.
I'm joking. But as I was saying, though, yeah, when we did the Schizo one, that was 2015. So we don't release as steady as we'd like to.
Yeah.
But they come out when they come out. And ideally, we'll release more often. You know, that's the idea. And when it happens, you know. Yeah, there's no set schedule. Even though we make one, you know.
Yeah.
Everyone's kind of different. Like, I'll disappear. Our sound guy would be doing something because everyone has their own thing going on.
Yeah.
He'll be doing jujitsu, you know. But, yeah. So before you got here, we found out that Frank here has never seen The Sixth Sense.
No, I haven't seen it. I don't know. It's never looked appealing for me, at least.
Yeah,
I don't know for you guys.
I seen it.
You seen
but
it?
I don't remember how long ago it was. How long it was.
I've had it seen it like 10 years ago or something like that.
Yeah, it's
it was
old
a long time
movie.
ago.
It's an old movie, man.
Because I don't know the director's name, even though he's a famous director.
It's M. Night Shyamalan, right?
Yeah.
It's Midnight Guy.
Midnight Shyamalan Ding Dong. That guy.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
The Midnight Guy.
Yeah, the Midnight Guy or whatever. Yeah, I know. It's kind of embarrassing, especially because people will be hearing this. I'm sorry, I forgot his name. I just know his movies are known for having the twist. You know, The Signs, The Devil, The Village, you know.
Yeah.
Lady in the Water. I don't remember that one too much. I remember there's one guy who's only lifting one side of his body, so he has like one buff arm and one skinny arm.
Yo, I knew a guy like that for real.
No way.
Yeah, we used to. Yeah. Yo,
for real.
this guy, we used to call him Popeye because he was fucked up looking, and he had he used to say he had an accident where he was working construction and he hit his arm on on a piece of rebar, and it started, and his muscle, I don't know. He said it. This is his story, and it never seemed like it really made much sense, but there was no denying the results. Is like he had one arm, regular arm. It wasn't skinny enough. There's this nicely formed male arm. The other arm was like friggin' Popeye. It was huge, this huge forearm like this and huge. And he said that he had hit it with some rebar, and when it was recovering, the muscle started growing back at an accelerated rate. And to make it worse, he had a fucking face like Popeye. Like his jaw was out in front of here, and he always had pimples on his face. He looked like a monster. But it was like, yeah. So he was that's the Popeye story. It was a friend that I ain't seen this dude in like forever and a day, but he was.
Oh man, we gotta look him up.
It's not a lot. I don't even remember his real name, but yeah, apparently that's the key to weight gain.
Yeah.
You know?
So that
It's just-
rebar was like his radioactive spider in a way. This is a superhero.
That's what
origin.
gave him superpowers, right?
Yeah, the
he had
rebar.
he had this one arm like the Abomination, and then the other arm was like Bruce Banner. Wait, what was the Abomination's real name? Was that Russian dude? Something Lansky.
I just know he has a fins on the ears or whatever.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead. Yeah.
No, that's cool. So where were we at? Okay, so for those listening who don't know, I'm here with the Vectors. Go ahead and introduce yourself and what you play in the band.
I'm Gretsch. I play the upright bass.
I'm Zeke. I do the vocals, write the lyrics, make a lot of noise.
Awesome. So, by the way, I like the hat. It's
Thank you.
okay. So for those listening, that is was Civil War.
Yeah, it's Confederate infantry. Slouch cap. It was this was a general government issue for all troops in the United States and Confederate States until about, well, Confederate States didn't exist in the 1880s, but it was up till about then. So yeah, that's what all slouch caps was what all military, or at least Army guys, not all military, but Army guys used to wear until right around then, and they changed the uniforms.
Yeah, I'm starting to like notice things like that too, because I'm hanging out with George over here, who's big on going to the vintage place. When we were working together on our breaks, our lunch breaks, we'd go vintage shopping. Look at vintage mics. Last time he was looking for a safari hat.
Yeah.
You can take the mic. He's building his own tiki bar right now. So
It's already built.
It's already built. Yeah.
Oh, so like a pith helmet with like the.
Yeah, the old the one I got was 1932 safari hats.
Okay, I know
Yeah.
exactly what you're talking because
Made in India. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, they wore those too in the 1800s. Like I think the late
Yeah.
1800s, they were like I think there was even British government issue. Right?
It's yeah, you're right. They're British government issue.
Yeah.
And when you grab it, you see the detail in it. They're so thick and
Yeah.
just detailed all the way from those years.
I just hear
Amazing.
the Jumanji drums. The 90s one. The real one. None of that rock shit.
Not the pretender. Yeah, no.
So you're pretty big on vintage clothes, just on history in itself, it seems?
Yeah, because this is not vintage. This is definitely this is a piece that was made for like tourists or whatever like that. I think New York Hat Company made this. So yeah. But yeah, I'm on some vintage stuff. I couldn't get a real one. I'm not going to wear something from the 1880s on my head. I don't want to ruin a museum piece. I'm all about reproductions when it comes to
I
clothes
see.
anyway. So yeah.
Yeah. I noticed you. I like your style. It's very clean. Like that shirt. When I see that shirt, I just want to go touch the fabric. It's probably awkward, but I'm like,
Hey, it's something Kramer would wear.
yeah.
Yeah,
has-
what?
yeah.
That's a Kramer shirt, really, for real?
Hey, watch Seinfeld and Kramer. Like, man, he has some really good shirts.
He does. He actually. There was
Oh
like
no, here we go. He's going to go shopping with them.
No, it's true. No, like I guess back in the day, like after Seinfeld was on, like there was like a rush for people to find. The bowling shirt was what I guess was like kind of like the fallout of it, but like there was a rush for people to find shirts because Kramer was always wearing these vintage guayaberas, and he was always wearing yeah, it was cardigans, but it's also the shirts. These are, I guess it was just like just Gab shirts, So there was before that you could get a Gabardine shirt for 50 cents in any Goodwill, and then after that, all these people went around trying to find him, especially the ones he was wearing. Like he had the one with the lobsters on it and stuff like that,
That's what I was gonna say.
which I've seen reproduced a bunch of times.
Yeah.
There's like a couple companies that make that shirt right now. So yeah, so when after that came out, that's kind of like the reason like we go to find vintage stuff in a vintage store and be like, oh, I'm going to get some like nice 50s. There's not there no more because people
Also,
went bonkers
Jerry
during the
Seinfeld
90s.
was the original sneakerhead too. He was before people wore
Word.
the
Word.
sneakers to wear out.
Yeah.
He would wear the Nikes all the time.
Right, yeah, because he always had on them fresh like white.
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah, with the blazer.
And before that,
Yeah.
people would just wear dress shoes.
Dress
and
shoes,
stuff.
yeah.
And he would just always wear the sneakers.
He has like, Seinfeld was like good with, what else? He was
Porsches.
well, he's into cars and he collects Superman comics and his cereal. He always had he was like a cereal aficionado. So he always in all the Seinfeld episodes.
Like Superman.
Yeah, so he always had the cereal boxes, and I collect cereal boxes. So I started looking for the boxes that he had on Seinfeld.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
You should go on a rant about cereal.
Oh my God. Yeah, well, we could do that. We could do that easy, right?
Well, we're gonna do that, but we're gonna come back to the cereal. I want to come back to the cereal for sure. But since we got the Vectors on here,
yes, sir.
I want to go ahead and play a track from the Vectors. What do you guys want to hear? All right, let's do one take.
The sun's hit the horizon, the night is coming down. Smooth and crypt up, spit shine, spit up, the boys are in your town. Creeps done hit the pavement, Broadway hits the lights. Best you expect, we gonna correct, we gonna tear it up tonight. Let's go, running through the neon streets. Let's go, breaking hearts, beating feet. Let's go, tell me about to overheat. Let's go, rockers on a wild spree. Let's go, getting crazy as can be. Let's go, never S-T-O-P. Hey!
All right, so yeah, like before you guys got here, typically before I do an episode, I like to listen to the band. As you notice, Frank has his Vectors shirt on.
He does. Frank's representing.
Yeah, Frank's got the Vectors shirt on. He said he was gonna let me wear it, but apparently he says it's not gonna fit. I'm still gonna try it on after. He's like, "You're gonna stretch it out, like in Seinfeld. You're gonna stretch out my sweater." You know, I don't know for those who are big Seinfeld fans. Yeah, he's a step skipper.
That guy, the guy who drew that was Darren Marinock from Canada, and he is been around. I don't know how many decades. I think I first started seeing this stuff in the late 80s, early 90s. And he was doing a lot of artwork for like garage and psychedelic bands. And he did original artwork for Hazel Adkins. And he did the Monsters Youth Against Nature LP, the one that folds out like on one side. On the outside of it, it's like a nice neighborhood. And when you open it up, it's the same picture. Yeah. But it's like... I don't know. It's like somebody's like got their head on a table and shit like that. Anyways, yeah, Darren Marinock, freaking great artist. Great artist.
No, I know this is very clean for those who are listening who can't see the shirt because we're on audio. It's the so you guys are at an arcade machine and there's some kind of smoke with the devil coming out looking at you. And like I said, I love the colors, the pinks, the blues. It's very clean, very kind of like your sound too. Very clean, very stripped down. But the less is more, which I'm a big fan of. How would you describe your sound?
Oh yeah.
Go ahead, Gretsch. You want to field
Oh, man. I guess it's a lot of 80s influence rockabilly. It's both flashy and minimalistic. If that's like...
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, it's like we play... It's ultimately when we started the band, we wanted to be a rockabilly band, straight up, and to see where it goes. But like a lot of our influence isn't just with 50s rockabilly, which it should be, but you know, with the more modernized approach of the 1980s. So in the late 70s. So that's pretty much it. Like in people, the term neo rockabilly is one that I've never liked because I was like, either it's rockabilly or it's not. You know, so it doesn't all have to sound exactly the same. So yeah, so that's it. It's early 80s basically styled. Restless.
Nitros.
Yep, word. All them guys. Levi Dexter, big heroes. All from there on. We got a solid roots, and we play here in LA. We're like, what do they tell us? Like we play a lot of psychobilly shows. We play predominantly psychobilly shows, and to the psychobilly guys think we're playing rockabilly, and the rockabilly guys, because we play rockabilly shows, we play Wild Records bands. And they all call us a psychobilly band.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, that's That's why I like Psychobilly. You know what I mean? Like if you get the Batmobile sound and you get somebody that doesn't know anything and be like, "This is rockabilly," they're gonna be like, "Okay," you know. But you know, they kind of fall into that same field.
Yeah, definitely. That's the psychobilly that we tend to like too. The older, it's like it's in the name. If there has to be rockabilly in the sound, or it's not psychobilly to me. It's just like a gimmick. It's just like an upright bass and a haircut. It's got to have this. It's got to have rockabilly in the sound somewhere.
It'll have the rock and roll.
Right.
Yeah, like Paul Robin said. Yeah.
So for the Vectors name, how did you guys come up with that one? Was there a cool story behind it, or just someone just threw it out there? Let's call it the Vectors. Hey, let's make
Yeah, there is a little story behind it.
The vector graphics, right?
Yes. So I told these guys, we got to come up with a name. And they said, okay. And so we went to practice next week. I was like, who has a name? Nobody has nothing. All right. So next week, guys, we got to come up with a name.
Did you pull out the list and you start going for all the generic ones? The cats, the zombies,
No cats.
every horror thing out there?
No cats, no bats.
What was the worst ones?
Oh, that's a good question, Frank.
Top 5
Deadbeat,
worst.
something. Yeah.
Didn't we have?
I don't remember anyone.
I don't remember any of the
The
other
only one
ones
that
either.
stuck was the vectors.
Because but you know why it stuck? Because it was the second name I read. I wrote them all down, and I said, blah, 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 and you're like, okay. And I said, the Vectors, and everybody went, that one. And I was like, yo, hold up. And I started reading them like, no, we like the Vectors. So it's like, all right, I got this whole list. It means nothing, apparently. Throw it away. I guess we're the Vectors. But the reason that we chose the Vectors, too, is because, again, it's like... it's not a purposeful, it's not like a gimmick, you know, which this is, you know, a lot of the stuff I'm about and what we're about. And like in the early 80s, vector graphics video games were considered like the apex of video game technology. And it was, there was like Asteroids and there was Tempest and there was the first Star Wars and it was all like vector line graphics. And it was the first way to make three-dimensional graphics in a video game. And so vector graphics is the idea that we get from, which is why the devil is all lines. Now, I didn't even come up with that. Darren did that. So, but even the devil had idea. I never even would have put a devil on anything we did, but he did it, and I was like, Darren, we're using that, baby. So yeah, we did. So yeah, so it's vector line graphics video games is where the vector comes from. And what sucks is like how many bands name the Vectors are, because I hate that shit when people name themselves something that's been done a million times before. But there was definitely a punk band called the Vectors.
There's one that it doesn't have a C in the name, it's a K.
Oh,
So
okay. Well,
Vectors with a K.
that's different. Yeah.
It happens. Like there's the Magnetics, you know, with the S in the 80s or 90s,
Yes.
and then now it's with the Z, and there's a Russian band.
Yeah, there's the Russian band, and then you know the Vectors. There was a punk band, and there's currently an Australian garage band I think called the Vectors.
Yeah. I'm sure it happened more in the 80s because, you know, you didn't have the internet. You couldn't just Google a name and see, you know, what pops up. You just kind of, you know. But like you said, she could change it by, you know, adding the, or just doing the logo itself, the font and everything, which, you know, stand you out.
Or send those other people a cease and desist. No, I'm just kidding.
That works too. That works too.
You have to go. Hey, you know what? We know which one's better. You guys got to knock it off.
No, what you gotta do is wait for their song to appear like in a video game or a movie soundtrack. Then you do it. Then you strike. You wait till then.
Yeah,
You go to their
that's-
city. Yo, you the Vectors?
We need a lawyer. I think you might be
Yeah.
hired.
No, yeah. you need someone really slimy. All right.
I'm still looking at you.
Oh. So you got the name, you got the sound, and I would imagine, because I've seen you both. I've been in the scene for over 20 years now. I know. I'm looking at you. I know you're probably around my age or a little older. What about yourself? How did you? Let's just say this. What was your first show? How did you get your foot in the scene?
How did I get my foot?
Well, how about this? We'll start with the band, and I'll go to your origin story. Your what was it? The piping. Your origin story. Yeah, we'll just call it that. So how the band got in the scene, and then how you got in the scene.
Well, the band just got in the scene because we said, "Here we are. Let's play some shows." I mean, you know, like, and that was it. There was no, you just force your foot in the door and say, "This is how we're doing it now," and we did it.
I think I remember being at the Redwood Bar.
Ah, yeah.
I think we were watching the Squidbillies play.
Okay.
And it was you that came up to me. He's like, "Hey, you want to be in a band?" Because
Yeah.
I was playing in Spectre at the time.
Yup.
Oh, yeah, I was at that show. I actually interviewed the Squidbillies in the parking lot.
Oh,
word?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
In the
dope.
back,
that
yeah.
Joe's parking lot or something.
Yeah, the parking lot in the back. So yeah, that's why when you said the
around the
redwood,
corner.
I remember. Yeah, interesting. That's cool.
Yeah, Squidbillies. They were coming here like every year, right, for a while, and then there's no more. But I guess they're Russian, so that could be
I
a
was
little
thinking.
problem
Yeah,
right now.
I saw the news. There's something going on over there. I don't know.
There's some. I hear the Squidbillies are responsible for that shit.
Yeah.
We need to have a conversation.
You know what? Yeah, we do. We do. How about this? If I get a hold of him and get him on the show, you could be there too. I want you to give him a long talk.
What's going on? Yeah, well, there's certain, if they're going to annex certain things, I would like a piece of that too. We
So
gotta
so
talk
you
about that.
so you got your bass player, and then eventually let's talk about the original lineup.
Yeah, so the original lineup was, how many people did we go through for drums?
I know Scum was in your band for a little while, right?
Yeah, Scum was actually our third guy. Because, first we tried with Lino from the Daffies. And then we tried with
Jose.
from the Daffies. And each guy lasted maybe a practice. And then we asked Scum, because, Scum and I have similar backgrounds, and I was like, "Yo, I can deal with this dude." So we talked with him, and I heard he was a drummer, but he wasn't doing anything. So we said, "Yeah." So we went, and Scum's a great drummer, man. Scum's really good.
Yeah, great
He's
drummer.
solid. He's solid.
Good haircuts. He cuts his hair.
Yes, yeah. Scum and I have cut each other's hair before.
Yeah, I'll see a video. He's got his haircut thing. There's a gun in there. I'm like, well, come on, Scum. Why are you gonna post that?
Yeah, that's Scum 100%. And then after Scum, we had played a gig at what was the motorcycle bar?
Jesus.
No, it's on fucking
Anarchy
7th.
Library. No, I was kidding.
The motorcycle bar.
I
Was
don't
over-
remember the name.
You know the one that was across the street. It's across the street from the
Pizzanista.
Pizzanista.
I don't remember the name.
Because it's not there no more. It was. Oh my god. I can't believe I can't remember the name of this bar because the sound there was great. We always sounded awesome there. But anyway,
Oh, it's
Yeah.
a venue?
yeah, it was a venue.
Where?
It's on 7th over there by Arts District almost.
Yeah,
Oh,
on the edge.
downtown.
Yeah.
Oh, like 5-star bar or
Oh,
not
no.
5-star
It was a
bar.
place they had.
If you say it sounds good, it's not the 5-star bar.
my bad.
Word.
You're right.
It was. They had a motorcycle shop built into. It was made gimmicky, but they had a motorcycle shop built into the bar, and it was usually wasn't open at the same time. But anyways, it was a small shop next to it, and then they had a good sized front room and then a huge back room also with a stage, and it was a dynamite
I
venue.
know exactly what you're talking about, but I think they took away the stage, but the bar and everything is still there.
The bars now they closed it.
Really?
Yeah, it closed
Because there's a
it.
new
COVID
motorcycle
closed it.
bar in downtown, Arts District area, and it's pretty good. I can't remember the name, but I went to it recently. I took photos.
All right, now we gotta find out.
Yeah, I know.
And-
Dun, dun, dun.
But anyway, the thing was we played a show there, and Johnny was there. I had met Johnny years before the backyard
And
show.
that's your
when he-
drummer?
Yes, yeah, Johnny. He was playing with the Autopsies. I think he was playing bass with the Autopsies, and that's where I had met him before. But anyways, he came to see us, and after we played, he said, "Yo," he says, "if you want to do any other project or whatever, give me a call. I want to be involved." So we said, "Okay." So came time we were looking for another drummer, so we called Johnny up and said, "Hey, remember what you said about being involved in a project? Want to be involved in this one?" And he was like, "Yeah." So he was on board, and he's here now. Well, he's not in the room right now, but he's with us.
In spirit.
In spirit, yeah. We should have brought a picture of him. We could post
Oh, that's
it
your
next to you
current
guys.
drummer right now, Johnny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh wow.
A cardboard cutout next to you would be great too.
I almost brought a White Claw to put next so he'd be here in spirit.
Oh, that's his.
Yeah, he loves White Claws.
his
Really?
drink to go to.
Yeah, because he's
Pseudo called me like 5 minutes before practice. Like, hey, pick up a case of White Claws.
that's his
That's
thing.
his pre-ritual, his pre-show, pre-recording.
I'm sorry.
Because he always says he's. Well, what does he say? He calls it his white girl drinks.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Because he's perpetually
All right.
it's a 19-year-old white girl. That's Johnny.
So that's cool. So you have a lot of same friends. I know you mentioned the Squidbillies show. You played
Yeah.
with the Spastics, Evil Devil, Deranged, Coffin Cats. what's it called? 66 Sinners. Those are all friends of the show.
Yep.
So like I said, you got a pretty good. Well, you had the Polecats too trio, but that canceled one.
Yeah.
I saw that thing. Like, oh yeah, the canceled show.
Yeah, the famous canceled show.
Wait, yeah, I know there was there's some controversy over that, right? Mm-hmm. I remember the internets, the social media, the back and forth.
There was a lot of controversy over that, and there's a lot of people who are still mad about it to this day.
I think I texted one of the members from that band. I won't say who, and like I said, there was a lot of anger.
Yes,
Which
there was.
canceled show?
Oh, the Polecats Trio show.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
At First Street, yeah, and then
So as I mentioned, you had a lot of like I said, a lot of good foundation for you guys as far as show wise.
yeah, we have been. Oh, you're throwing this over to me? Okay, here we go.
Well, we don't have a White Claw, so we can add that. We can mix that in your beer.
No, no, I don't drink actually.
Oh,
So
yeah, cool. Same here. I don't drink either. I got my sparkling water right here. You know.
Yeah, I've done enough time. I don't need to do any more.
Oh, cool. Are you like sober or program sober? Like,
No, like yeah.
He's never had a drink.
Never.
No.
Oh man. Okay, let's trade places. I got a lot of shame I gotta get rid of. You know.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, I've never drank. I'm not gonna be moralistic about it, but I've always get a lot of scraps, you know, and almost every scrap I get in because someone else is drinking and can't handle it, and they gotta you gotta let them know.
Yeah. So I'd probably be one of the guys you let know back in my day because I usually got a scrap. I was drinking a little too much.
That's what happens.
Oh man,
People start
I knew you looked
feeling
familiar. Oh man! All right, cool.
Yeah. So, but anyways, no drinking, no drugs. I don't even use caffeine because I'm that much of a sissy.
Oh, nice,
Yeah.
nice. I'm working on the caffeine one. Yeah, that's the caffeine and chocolate. I'm a big guy.
Oh, chocolate! Yeah, you're talking crazy right now.
Oh, okay.
You got to relax with that. You got to do a little something for yourself.
Yeah, definitely. So, caffeine is what I'm working on. Next, I got enough things: the cigarettes, the booze, the drugs. I'm off all of that now. Just like I said.
Sure. Okay. No, I
Yeah.
You.
Yeah.
You got to wean yourself a little at a time.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
That's how you do.
What about you, Gretsch? You have any? Oh, you're a drinker too, right? Mm-hmm. You have any other guilty pleasures as far as sugar?
I just love junk food, dude.
Yeah.
But
Are you a sweets guy or are you a?
fried guy, but
Oh yeah,
trying to cut down.
man. Those
You're
fucking-
fried.
No, it's hard for me. I remember, those jalapeno poppers. Like anything fried, I get you on that. Like, oof. Cool.
Anyways.
Yeah, let's go back to what we were talking about. So yeah, you're a sober guy. White Claws. Okay, so we're talking about bands you played with. What was your last show you guys played? Because I know at the moment right now you guys are currently going through members. Oh no, I know where we're at.
Okay.
We were talking about the band members. So you mentioned Johnny, your drummer.
So Johnny is a drummer.
There we go.
So the fourth and final member is a guitar player, and we've burned through a lot of guitar players. And our first guitar player was Alex. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a jazz guitar player, and he had some familiarity with like mid-century rock and roll and stuff, so he wanted to play with us. So he said, "Yeah, well, I'm going to do what you guys do." So he did. He joined us for a while, and then he decided he wanted to go back to playing jazz full time. And so he left. So it was like, all right, so we'll find another guy. So who was after Alex? Oh, I think that was Watts.
it was we probably had like two guitarists that lasted 2 or 3 practices.
Yeah. Go ahead.
They weren't really like rockabilly guys.
Yeah, we tend not to look exactly for rockabilly guys because not only is it hard to find someone specifically who's a rockabilly guy to play guitar, but it's also you want to find someone who brings a little something else to the table besides someone who wants to play everything in an exact certain way.
Yeah.
Like, this is rockabilly. We're going to play this exactly like this guy did in 1955. We're going to play, or even someone, which I guess is why we go with the more like quote unquote neo rockabilly sound, because you have other influences besides the ones that the guys in the 50s did. So we bring other influences to the table. So, but we don't want someone who's going to play exactly like this, very cookie cutter like that. So we look for guys who are going to bring something from the outside, like say a jazz guitar player. So anyway, I think
was the bald guy. I think it was bald. He had kind of like a short hair.
Cornelius.
No, he's not talking about. He's not talking about. Corey was later. So okay, so here it goes. I
You know
know
what,
this is
Steve?
confusing.
I'm going to stop you for a second. I think we might have to lose the jacket because I'm starting to get a lot of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we'll come back to Cornelius right now. Let's see some skin. Let's do this. Yeah, take it in, boys.
So, all right.
Oh, okay, that's way better. That's
Okay,
way better.
there
yeah.
we go.
No,
Driving him
the sound's
crazy.
way better. The sound's way better.
All right. Oh yeah. So, anyways, Watts contacted us. I put an ad on Craigslist. Watts contacted us, and he was his guitar player. He just was between projects, wanted to play with us, and we said okay. So I was pretty new to LA at the time. I didn't know that Watts was a very well known and well respected rockabilly guitar player, and so when I told people we got this guy Watts to play with us, people went, "You guys got Watts?" Like they was like amazed. It's like,
He's good. He's a legend.
He's
He's a
amazing.
legend, yeah.
Yeah, he used to play with Levi Dexter, and he's been in like how many freaking? He plays with the Vargas Brothers now. Occasionally, he plays with
Rhythm Reactors.
Rhythm Reactors. He's
Coffin
yeah.
Draggers.